Hello. Today's Thought from the Soul is about teams. Specifically, Team Ryan. It was very early in the morning on December 23rd, 2014. Like 3 a.m. Got a phone call from the critical care unit at Southeast Alabama Medical Center. It was about my dad. See, 2 days prior to this, Dad underwent surgery. He underwent surgery to have his left foot amputated. And this was because, well, my dad was perhaps the worst diabetes patient in human history. The infection that he had developed in his foot was what at first had led to the amputation of that foot, but turns out that the infection was really all in his body, and he can never fight it off. He can never recover. "Mr. Hall, you need to get down to the hospital," said the nurse who called me. So I called my sister, and about an hour later or so, we met at the hospital. We had to make the just gut-wrenching decision to end life support per our dad's living will wishes. Tony Hall passed away just a little before 7:30 that morning. While I didn't do any praying, I did make a vow. I did make a solemn vow to myself that I was going to come out of this stronger and more determined than ever. Basically, I was going to become the strongest version of Ryan possible. Now, by this time, I had been doing transformational work on myself for close to 2 years. I had been working with a therapist for about not quite 2 years. I had been working with a life coach for not quite a year. So I had really developed and cultivated an amazing support system, not just with those people, but with my friends, my relatives, and just people who would go to the ends of the earth not to see me give up. I made that vow, both in service to myself and in service to those other people, because I didn't want to let myself down, and I also didn't want to let Team Ryan down. For those reasons, I refused to give in, and I definitely refused to give up. Let's flash back to February of 2009, when my mother passed away. At the time, I wasn't in therapy. I thought life coaching was a new age joke, and I truly and honestly didn't appreciate and realize just how deeply my friends loved me and cared for me. Now, I believe that the difference between 2009 me and 2014 me is that I realized and appreciated just that you can't go through life alone. You can't go through life alone because Human beings are not meant to go through life alone. As always, here in these Thoughts from the Soul videos, I want to issue a challenge. Today's challenge is simple. Find your team. Discover those people in your life who push you, who inspire you, who motivate you, and encourage you to bust through your obstacles, barriers, and self-imposed limits. I'm always looking to grow Team Ryan. But one important thing to remember here, Team Ryan isn't one-sided. Yes, you guys inspire me, you guys encourage me, you guys push me. But I want to do the same for you. I want to provide that same service to you. I want to see you grow and thrive, flourish, and just succeed beyond your wildest dreams in whatever you choose to do with your life. For that reason, I want you to stay tuned to this YouTube channel. I want you to stay tuned to RyanHallWrites.com. I want you to stay tuned to my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Tumblr, basically the entire internet, because there's some really big developments in the pipeline here. Folks, we're building an empire here. This is an empire of story, of inspiration, of motivation, and of resilience. Get in on the ground floor of this, because this is going to be exciting. This is going to be life-changing. This is going to be life-affirming. And come along for the ride. You won't regret it. Let's inspire each other together. Let's motivate each other together. Let's lift each other up. Thank you so much for watching.